Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is update day for Modern Warfare, and today we get our pretty much normal Tuesday-sized update with new store items, including a new operator, which we're going to talk about. On top of that, we have new multiplayer game modes, new Warzone stuff, and just an all-around update. And as always, as with every Tuesday, what today's video is just bringing you guys all of the information you need to know about today's update, what you can play over the next week, and what is to come for Modern Warfare. Now, if you like to stay up to date with everything Modern Warfare, the best way to do so is by hitting that subscribe button. Recently checked out my analytics, and it appears as though only about 16% of the people who normally watch my videos are actually subscribed to the channel. So if you're one of the people who normally watch my video and haven't yet subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on if you want to be notified. But without further ado, let's dive into the video. Now, before we dive into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know, as per usual, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be streaming tonight, like I said, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be playing everything that's new in today's update. So if you want to check out the live stream, it is always there, and it is always the first link down in the description. Now, without further ado, let's talk about today's update. So I'm not going to lie to you guys, I recorded that intro last night before the update actually came out. It's something I generally do on Tuesday videos to be able to get the videos up quicker for you guys. But since then, the update has come out, and it's kind of cheeks. Let me explain. So first of all, starting out with multiplayer, really not much here has changed. So first of all, if you go to the filter, you're going to notice that Gun Game Reloaded is now in the filter, which means it's probably here to stay, which I am happy about. But that mode was, of course, added last week. Also, we've got Realism Mosh Pit, which we've seen before. There's no real surprise by this one. Also, Gunfight 3v3 Knives Only return. Once again, this is Gunfight 3v3, but the only thing that you can use is essentially either throwing knives or your fists. Now, I just real quickly wanted to talk about this game mode because I much prefer regular gunfight to a huge extent. I mean, getting kills with throwing knives only is fun to a certain extent, but after a certain point, I just kind of get bored of it and using the same thing round after round. Like I said, I just much prefer normal gunfight. So to me, this playlist is kind of pointless. And on top of that, they removed normal gunfight so they could put in this playlist, which really sucks to me. Another thing they did this week is they removed Boots on the Ground War and replaced it with just normal Ground War, so tanks and stuff like that are once again back in Ground War. On top of that, Demolition returns for a second week. Again, this was added last week. The only thing that's really new this week is the new playlist called Dirty Old Houseboat, which once again is a playlist that we have seen before, which is a combination of Rust, Shipment, and Shoot House. So in other words, 3 really small maps, and essentially this is your good playlist for going for weapon camos, Obsidian, Damascus, that kind of thing. But really, as you can see in multiplayer, nothing really is new this week. Similarly with Warzone, there is basically nothing new here this week. Once again, Blood Money returns instead of Plunder, in my opinion, just a better version of Plunder. Also, BR Stimulus Solos appears to be basically the LTM for this week, the limited time mode, and I'm not gonna lie, I personally enjoy this one actually a little bit better than normal solos. I find the flow works a little bit better. I find it easier to get more kills, easier to play more aggressive once you have the right amount of money. But if you disagree with me about that, feel free to let me know what you think about Stimulus solos versus normal solos down in the comments below. And of course, trios and quads once again return, with duos absolutely nowhere in sight. I don't know where duos is. I thought it was going to be here, honestly, at the beginning of Season 3, and lo and behold, we're over halfway through Season 3, and it is still not here. So I don't know what to tell you guys about that one, other than I'm still waiting on it too, man. Now, the one new thing we did get this week is a new operator named Iskra, which is always cool to get in game. This operator bundle, as per every operator bundle, is going to cost you 2,400 COD points, or around $20 to $24 American. And with this bundle, you get, of course, the Saboteur skin for Iskra. Honestly, this is a pretty decent bundle. The second thing is the Insurgency, which is a weapon blueprint for the 5.56, kind of orange looking. After that, you have a pistol blueprint, a skin for the helicopter, a new watch, a new melee weapon, a finishing move called the Carver, which I'm not gonna lie, is pretty badass, and then your normal things like an operator quip, calling card, and emblem. So the second bundle we have this week is called the Twin Suns, and essentially this is a blueprint bundle, and I'm not gonna lie, the weapons in this one actually look pretty damn spicy. The first one we have here is called the Parallax, and this is for the M91, and it actually has pretty decent attachments on it. On top of that, they look pretty dope with a nice faded camo on it with a little bit of chrome on top of it as well. The second weapon we have here is for the Desert Eagle, and honestly my favorite part about this one is the nice chrome colored skin for the monolithic suppressor. Honestly, pretty spicy looking blueprints. And then the only other thing you get with this one is an emblem and a calling card, and of course, since it's a blueprint bundle, it costs a little bit less at 1300 COD points. So I'm not gonna lie, this update actually has me a little bit worried for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's not much there. Like, there's no new playlists in multiplayer, no new playlists in Warzone, even though we've seen a bunch of new playlists, especially for Warzone, hidden in the game files. There's just none added in here. Now, the only thing that we know is guaranteed throughout the rest of Season 3 is the two new maps that are coming. Isle 9, which is a new gunfight map, and the other one, which is of course Hard Hat from Modern Warfare 3, are supposed to be coming out within Season 3. Now, my best guess is, since this week's update is so small, we'll probably get a full title update next week, which will include the two new maps. That is my best guess. And generally speaking, when they add in new maps, there will also be other things like new weapon attachments for given weapons, maybe even a new weapon within game. But as of right now, none of that is actually guaranteed. Now, the reason why this has me worried is because there's actually quite a bit of time left within Season 3. Season 4 isn't supposed to start until June the 2nd, and that's basically 3 weeks we have left until that next season, with essentially only two new things that we know are going to be coming out within this season. So am I worried? Yes, but there is a little bit of a bright side. As I've talked about before, Infinity Ward has this thing called a Trello board, which has information on some updates that they are working on, which are going to be coming out in the next few updates. Now, for the rest of the video, we're just going to be discussing what some of these updates actually are. So for example, one thing that they're working on is an issue where in a kill cam, it'll appear as though if you're using Ghost, you still appear on people's heartbeat sensors. You're not actually appearing on those people's heartbeat sensors, but in the kill cams, you do. So that's something they're working on fixing. Not really a big deal, but it's apparently one of their hot issues. Another thing that they are working on is, once in a while, you'll see players running around in Warzone and their character will literally be smoking. I've seen this many times. Apparently, they still haven't fixed that, and it's still something that they are working on. Also, every once in a while, you'll spawn into the gulag, and there'll just be random weapons on the ground. You can literally pick them up and use them in the gulag. This is something that's really rare, but it's something that definitely needs to be fixed. Now, one that is a big problem is that if you buy one of your teammates back in the very last zone, that teammate is actually immune to gas. So technically, if you have a dead teammate and buy them back right at the end of the game, you basically win the game, because that teammate can just literally run into the gas and win the game for your team. So that's something that they definitely need to work on. Now, aside from the Trello board, one thing that a lot of people aren't mentioning is in Season 3, there has been no changes to the Warzone map whatsoever. No new locations added, no changes made to the existing location. The only thing that they've actually changed up is some bounties and challenges and things like that. Now, when I originally went to go play Warzone early, something they promised was live events similar to what Fortnite has. So the map kind of changing in real time, and we have seen none of that. So I'm guessing when we'll start to see those kind of things in Warzone is probably going to be with Season 4, but as of right now and as of Season 3, there has been absolutely no changes made to the map, and this is something that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they're actually going to do with. On top of that, there are still those bunkers that we have no idea how to open. Some people have found red key cards scattered throughout the map, but those key cards as of right now can't be used. So once again, I'm guessing all of those things will come with Season 3. But ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it. That is this update for this week. I know, pretty lackluster, pretty cheeks, like I said early on in the video, but I'm curious what you guys think of all of this. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And of course, if you like what you see here, want to see more, want to stay up to date on all my videos, the best way to do so is make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you have notifications turned on, and as always, if you did enjoy the video, video, you like what you see here on the channel, it is always appreciated if you do hit that like button. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.